and welcome to Sunlit Valley. Over in the shopping district at Buzzy's Burger Shop, she has upgraded it and added some new items to the menu. But along with that, she has added these super cute lunchboxes, which I thought were super cute not to share with you guys. So we have this beautiful purple lunchbox, which is, I guess, custom to me, which is awesome. And then we've got some mutton wraps, bacon sandwich, stuffed potato, chicken sandwich, stuffed zucchini boat, barbecue on a stick, and the cheeseburgers. I've already been eating a ton of the cheeseburgers. She also upgraded it to iridium quality, which is awesome. How much room does this have? Ooh, a lot. So I could buy basically one stack of each. Yeah, let's do that. Luckily, I have my portable bank terminal, and I will just grab a stack of that. And we just need to buy a stack of each. I'm gonna need more money. So now we can put all of this in our lunchbox. And whenever we get hungry, we can just eat straight out of the lunchbox and it'll just randomly give us a piece of food to eat, which is awesome and will help a lot with our diversity. So that is really cool. I can't wait until I get hungry and I can eat some yummy food. Now, back at our beautiful base, today we are going to be tackling a super fun project which I am super excited about, where we are going to finally get all of our trophies and our collectibles into its own building. So I think I want to build it back in this area to give some love back here because it is kind of empty. And we also need to do something about this greenhouse because it kind of looks out of place sometimes. So I thought this build would be the perfect place. We are going to be building kind of a collector's emporium, I guess, somewhere to show off all of our valuables, which is going to be super fun. So this build is going to be a bit of a big one, which I am super excited about. That way we can hold everything. Luckily, I have gone and collected a few materials we need. Definitely the silt shingles, we are going to need a lot of that. But I also still need to collect a few other materials. Hopefully we have them in our storage. So we're going to need like a ton of calcite. I don't know if this is going to be enough, but hopefully it will. So we're going to do a stack of this vertical disordered calcite, and the rest will be this trodden. Then we're also going to need some cherry logs and ashen, which I went and collected a ton, so this should be enough. We also need some serene trumpet leaves, and we're definitely going to need some stained glass. And I think that's it for just the basic materials. So back in this area, we just need to get rid of all of this grass. That way we have a space to build. Love using the water bucket to clear big spots. So now for the building, it is going to be a bit of a big one, so let's break it down, starting with the porch, which I really wanted to include in this build. So we're gonna start by building pillars up 6 with stripped rosewood logs. We will then outline it with vertical disordered calcite and fill it in with etched calcite. Moving on to the first floor, we will be using the vertical disordered calcite for the bottom layer and build the walls up with trodden calcite, as well as a few spots with stripped rosewood. We will add some windows to the front with a leaf planter under it. Now for the second floor, we will be building up 6 with stripped rosewood logs and filling in the gaps with stacked ashen planks. Then we will add a roof onto the porch, and finally one to the building.
Is this your new house?
No, not my new house, no.
What is it?
It's gonna be where I put all my trophies and all my collectibles.
Oh, that's awesome!
Yeah.
Oh, it looks so cool. Well, I wanted to stop by because I have a couple of spare rabbit spawn crates, and I thought you might want them.
Yes.
Yay!
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. This is turning out so cool, by the way.
Thank you.
I'm so excited to see how it turns out.
I know, it's gonna be so cool. So this is what we are working with now for the interior. There are so many different spots to put items, and we even have a second floor So now I have collected a ton of items around our base, and we are going to start with the dragon egg, which I have created this little purple place right here. So now we have our dragon egg displayed. And instead of this area just being for valuables, I thought it would be fun to put some cool things we found around the world as well. So I want to put this buttercup here and a totem of growth. Next we have our goddess statue, which I want to put up here. Over here I'm going to put 2 hat stands for the forgotten hat and a bucket hat. Over in this area with the goddess statue, I want to place all of our plushies. And of course, in the center, we're gonna place our awesome singing frog. And we still have a ton more spots for more plushies. I want to place our totem of torrents and a totem of undying in this display case. And in this singular display case will be our magic mirror. Next to it, we will have our horn of covering and a magic rope from the skull caverns. Over here, we are going to place a glass item frame with our warning from the skull caverns. I have this sentry egg, which is going to go over here. And these display cases will be for all of our awesome relics. Wow, just enough to fill them. I'm also going to put a princess hairbrush and a trident in here, and filling in the gaps with some artifacts. I'm also going to place this pitchfork here, and a dragon's breath over here by the dragon egg. And finally, for the display cases, I want to place our gaming console as well as my favorite game in here, and the rest of the ones on the wall. I'm also going to place our fishing rod over here with the hats, and we only have 2 more spots left for the shelves. But next to the entrance, this is where I want to store our trophies. So let's go grab all of those and place them all on the shelves. And we still have some room for if we ever get any more trophies. I'm also going to move this artifact and place this trophy up here. Oh, that is in the wrong spot. Here. There we go. It even emits some light. And finally, we need to place our hats in here. We actually managed to fit majority of our hats in here, which is awesome. But now that is the Collector's Emporium complete. It turned out so good. I love seeing all the items in here. It's just so cool. And I even added a picture of us from the start here, which is so cool. A really nice memory to have in here. Let's also get another plushie because I added our plushie machine out here. So let's see what we get. We already have this one. All right, we're actually going to get 4 more. All right, we got a green sand seal, a frog, and a raccoon. With the Collector's Emporium finished, there is one last thing I want to do today, which over in this area back here, I want to make us a tree farm, because in the future, I want to upgrade the amount of wine kegs we have, and we are going to need a lot of oak resin for those. So we need a tree farm to produce us oak resin. So I got a ton of these cherry lattice fences to put around and build a 15 by 21 rectangle. And then of course, right in the middle, we are going to trade this out for a gate. I do want to make this a little bit more fancy, so for the entrance, we are just going to do a little arch and finishing touches. Ta-da! So now that is the build complete. Now we just need to put the trees in here. And of course, we are going to be using oak trees for this. Some of them did not grow to the way I wanted them to, so I'm just gonna chop them down and try again. And to make this a little bit more aesthetically pleasing, I managed to find some rainbow trees, so we're gonna trade the oak leaves out for rainbow leaves. It looks so good with the rainbow leaves. Oh, I'm so glad that I managed to find some of those trees and enough to make us 6 trees. But now we just need to place the tappers on each of the trees. And now we have a working oak resin farm. And if we ever needed anything else, like sap or pine tar, we could just trade the logs out to get the other things. I will just need to decorate it a little bit more. I'll probably put some podzol or coarse on the bottom. But yeah, that is the tree farm done. And that is going to conclude this episode of Sunlit Valley. If you did enjoy, make sure to comment below and let me know, as well as subscribe and join us on our adventures. But until then, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!